You might have heard a lot about the PCR testing during this pandemic. This pandemic is a global pandemic, and yet people are suffering. So let's see what this PCR is all about. PCR is a recommended laboratory test available to detect COVID-19. So what's the PCR polymerase chain reaction? Is an amplification process which can be used to multiply DNA or RNA. Simply, it is to produce billions of copies of target DNA from a very small sample. Actually, PCR is an amplification method, but the sample is important for diagnosis. Any biological sample with the DNA or RNA can be used for PCR. As you all know, the target site of the virus is the human respiratory site. If you get contaminated with the virus through an infected individual, then it's necessary to get a PCR testing. So let's see how this PCR testing is done. Let the patient blow her nose into a clear tissue to clear excess secretion from the nasal passages. So tilt patient's head slightly back so that the nasal passages become more accessible. Instruct the patient to close the eyes. Take the swab and gently insert along the septum just above the floor of the nasal passage to nasal pharynx until resistance is felt. Rotate the swab gently against the nasal pharyngeal mucosa for 10 to 15 seconds and gently remove the swab and place it in its container. The pandemic is not yet over, so please make sure to social distancing and also sanitize your hands. So I hope this video was useful because this was the most requested video, so please do share it. And I hope everyone is safe, and also please do not forget to share and subscribe to my channel.